Welcome to Shar's Stories. Today we're dealing with By His Stripes. These stories are intended to be mind renewing so that you hear something, think about it, reflect on your life, and get a nugget of truth for yourself, something that you learn from it, and then apply it in your life. All right, I'm going to talk about characters in my family, and I will from time to time. And I have to change the names because I really don't want my relatives calling me. And I already got an email from my sister. She said that she liked the stories, but she was just couldn't understand why I would reveal so much stuff publicly. But I'm gonna tell you what I said to her is that we need to learn from each other's mistakes, and if we don't share our mistakes, how are others going to learn? Anyway, if we ever had a hypochondriac in our family, it was Ruth. Ruth was married to my second cousin, and she was about 15 years older than I was. Ruth was a heavy smoker, and she suffered with breathing problems. And nowadays, it might be COPD that that deals with the hard time for you to breathe, and your lungs start hardening. And if access to medications could heal you and keep you alive, Ruth would be alive now. She's been dead now. I guess maybe 15 years, I would think. Okay. She not only went to the doctors for prescriptions, but she begged for any medications that other people were not using. Ruth collected pills even when she was well, just in case she would need them later. My mother would hide medications, particularly painkillers, if she knew the roof was coming to visit. However, prescriptions for one person may or may not work for another person. In fact, the pills for one person could cause the other person to have a fatal event. And I learned that phrase from the commercials for drugs that explain some of the possible side effects. But I'm gonna tell you, this is a little side story here. I went to the doctor for something, and they recommended an antibiotic that I needed. I was dealing with something and can't remember exactly what it was, but some kind of inflammation that I had. And so when I got it from the pharmacy, I noticed that there was a black box around at the top of that page where they explained what the prescription was for. And I never take any prescriptions unless I read what's on that page, what the side effects are and all the stuff like that. And this one said this one could cause death, and it could cause death even like 3 to 6 months later after you had taken it. So I said, no way am I taking this. So I called the doctor's office. So the nurse that talked to me, she says, well, they all have side effects. And I said, yes, but this one is death. I know you all can think of something else. So they did get me something milder, and I was able to take it for a week, and then whatever that situation was, it went away. But now you may be wondering why my mother had enough pills to hide. She was a novice pill collector. Ruth was an expert. My mama, I remember back in the 80s going home one time and just kind of, helping her clean out some stuff. And I noticed that some of the bottles that she had in a cabinet, they were drugs from a pharmacy that had gone out of business. It may be been 10, 15 years ago. But my mother just held on so good. You don't know, you might need it. You might need it. Now, my mom and Ruth both did not understand that pharmakia does not heal you. That is the domain of YeHoVaH. And we access healing through our faith in Messiah. Isaiah 53:5 tells us, but he was wounded for our transgressions, he was bruised for our iniquities. The chastisement of our peace was upon him, and with his stripes we are healed. We have to believe it, we have to stand on it, and we have to receive our healing. I hope you've been blessed by this today. And please remember to like and share and subscribe if you haven't already. Shalom.